Okay, I'm Leticia Guzman Ingram, and I'm an English language development teacher at Basalt High School. I work with newcomers, so students that first come into the country and are new to Basalt, and they come to my class 3 hours a day, every day, and we learn English. And one of the ways I love to teach English is through community projects. So I was very excited when the Art Base called and said, we'd love to do some project with your students. And so they started we started coming over here for classes, and one of the artists, Ajax, is working with them, and she studied in Colombia Spanish, and so she works in English and Spanish with them, and they're creating their homes, and they're designing their homes and putting them up, and they just talk about, while they're doing their projects, they talk about how it was hard to leave their country and the homes that they left behind, but their new homes that they've created here. And this project's so cool because a lot of these kids have never walked into an art museum, and they know nothing about art, so they're learning about art. They're also feeling really comfortable with the art base here. They've never been in it before. So now it's been a month already that they've been working here, and when they first started, they were so quiet. And now, if you come by the art base, you're gonna hear El Salvadorian music playing outside, and they're talking to everyone. They're talking more and more English, we've noticed, to the people that work here. And so it's really created a bridge between the cultures, and it's just exciting to see how excited they are. We had one new girl today that just came to our school. In fact, it's her second day, and she saw what was happening. She's like, can I make my house from El Salvador? And we were like, yeah, jump in. So she just jumped in, and it's just fun to see that. And now we both, the art base, we were all talking about it, the people that work here, and we were saying, oh, you know, now they're comfortable to come take classes here, where before they would have never walked into this building. So it's exciting to see that.
What happened with the project was they were looking for someone who spoke Spanish to work with the kids, and I'm actually a 3D artist. I work mostly in sculpture, but I speak Spanish, and I met with Leticia and Jenna, and they told me about kind of the situation of the kids and how a lot of them are here without their parents. A lot of them have just arrived to the US and don't speak any English. And I really wanted to try to help the kids and to find a way to incorporate them more into the community. So I agreed to do it, even though I normally don't do 2D stuff. So this was definitely a departure from normal for me. It will bring the kids together with the community that's not just the Latino community, because I think the number one thing I've experienced from this is just how isolated the Latino community is from the rest of the community. And we have this idea here about being very inclusive, but we're kind of inclusive in this way that's sort of live and let live, without actually trying to integrate a lot of the Latino community into the bigger community here. In terms of the kids, I think it's been good for them because they're getting a little bit more out of the box than they originally were. The first houses that they drew them all perfectly just with rulers, and they were very literal houses. And then as we talked more and I told them to get crazy and get more wild with the houses, they got more and more creative.
¿Ya?
Diga, en español.
Pues de que estamos haciendo nuestro proyecto porque convivimos más nosotros los compañeros, y hay más unidad, más convivencia con ellos, y también nos ayuda a desarrollar más nuestra capacidad de pensar, cómo queremos nuestro futuro nosotros, los chicos.
It also has our picture right next to it, and it's silly because it's more personalizing that these are real people and these are real kids, and so you can see their face, and it just brings out the human touch in their art. And I just am very excited about the exhibit, and I hope everyone can come and visit.